Hi everybody, well, here it is. Could this be the device that really finally kills PUBG? Well, let's have a look, because it is today the 6th of the 8th, 2022, and yesterday PUBG update 19.1 dropped to the PC test servers. So it's not live on PC or console yet. It will be coming soon. Let's have a look. So on PC, it's coming between August the 9th and August the 10th. And on PlayStation and Xbox, it will be coming between August the 17th and August the 18th, depending on your particular time zone. And as you can see, they've added basically to Desktop at the moment the heartbeat sensor from Call of Duty Warzone and Call of Duty, and it's like a personal UAV. But let's go through the patch notes and see what other stuff there is, because there is some other stuff, and then we can really talk in depth about this new detector. So, new weapon, MP9, very nice. This is a PDW basically, isn't it? It's like a Uzi on steroids. The P90 is a fully automatic SMG preferred by players in various situations. Still, it was only available through supply crates and was sometimes considered impractical because it used the 5.7mm ammo. You know, the P90 is the really cool SMG with the flip over sight. Very deadly as well. The MP9, on the other hand, spawned on the map and uses the more popular 9mm ammo. So I don't know what that's got to do, the P90, because we've got other SMGs, haven't we? Although it has a slightly lower effective range, fire rate and damage than the P90, it is an excellent alternative for players who enjoy the P90's playstyle. So I guess that means it probably has very low recoil. Fire mode, single and auto, cannot use scopes bigger than a red dot or a hollow, ammo 9mm, damage per shot 31, bullet speed 400, effective range 100 meters, rate of fire 1000 RPM, there you go, so super fast fire. Built-in laser pointer, built-in silencer, 30 round base magazine. Only available on Desktop at the moment. New vehicle, the Pillar security car. There are always fast-paced car chase scenes with loud sirens in action movies. With the introduction of the Pillar security car, you can also recreate scenes from these movies. So turn on the flashlight, and I don't think they really mean the flashlight. It's the blues and twos, isn't it? And the loud sirens, and quickly chase and catch the enemies running away from you. In addition, high-quality equipment can be found in the vehicle's trunk. So if you see a Pillar security car nearby, hop in. 900 hit points, maximum speed 130 km an hour. Fuel tank 1000, can fit 4 players in, has a functional top lighted mount which you turn on with the radio key, and the siren with the horn key that the player can turn on and off. It's only in Desktop and it has loot in the boot, so pretty cool. Here we go, the tactical gear, the blue chip detector. Now in the description below this video you'll see a link to these patch notes, and you'll also see a link to a video by Wacky Jackie that I watched last night, that really he shows you exactly why this is so overpowered, and I kind of agree with him. I don't think this has a place in PUBG unless it is severely balanced and has a counter as well. And even then, I can't think if that any of the original devs who were around from the original PUBG days, if any of them were around when this was suggested in a dev meeting, that they didn't say no, we can't have heartbeat sensors, we can't have UAVs in PUBG. It just goes totally against the style of play that PUBG has. So let's go into the details. No need to strain your neck muscles to look around for enemies any longer. Allow the new blue chip detector to automatically scan your area for you anytime. Pick up a blue chip detector and press the appropriate key to see the screen. The screen updates every 5 seconds regardless of whether you are looking at the screen or not. The blue chip detector will make a beeping noise per screen update. Only the holder can hear this noise. Whenever the screen updates, it scans 100 meters in radius around you for enemies. So that's 200 meter diameter with you in the middle, and displays the location of up to the 12 of the closest enemies as dots. The blue chip detector will make an additional different beeping noise if it detects at least one enemy after a screen update. Only the holder can hear this noise, which is a bit silly. You should be able to hear, if you can hear someone drinking an energy drink, you should be able to hear the blue chip detector. The enemy dots will scan the screen for 1 second. If a detected enemy is significantly higher or lower than your position, the enemy dot will additionally feature a V-shaped icon indicating the height difference. So not only does it show you where enemies are, shows you whether they're above you or below you when you're in buildings. Enemies detected on the screen are not shown in real time, so you just get the dot. Obviously, people can run around. The dots will stay in the same place on the screen even after the enemy moves. So yeah, it's just like the heartbeat sensor in Call of Duty. The blue chip detector takes up your primary weapon slot. Screen ping markers cannot be used when you're looking at the blue chip detector screen, and then you've got the different keys that we would use it for. Oh wow, PUBG. So why is this really bad? Okay, so PUBG for me has always been about this kind of Cold War era gunfighting gameplay, not about the future. You know, it's not like Modern Warfare in Call of Duty, Modern Warfare set in the future, where you have things like heartbeat sensors that show you locations and UAVs that show you locations. It's about skill in understanding the maps and the way that people play and using cover to move around, and looking at your environment around you, not down at a little screen or at a mini map looking for muzzle flashes, you know, and pings to pop up. PUBG is a very grounded game. You've either got to be you've got to be lucky, or you've got to be skillful, or to be honest, you have to have a really good mix of both of those to win a game. What devices like this bring, and I can imagine the next step is to have a UAV that we have as well, is your ability to you can see campers. So if somebody's made the decision to hide in a room in the circle, then you can see exactly where they are, so it makes it very easy to grenade them or rush in them and pre-aim them. So that's good. Or if you are the camping person, it's easy to see people coming up to you, so you can just make a decision, you know, just to pre-aim and kill them, you know, or move, all while looking at a little screen. And to be honest, this isn't too bad in a really fast respawn game like Call of Duty Ordinary Multiplayer, or if you die, it doesn't really matter, you just spawn in and you crack on. But in these longer game modes like Call of Duty Warzone or PUBG, where you might have been playing for 25 minutes, if you get killed by something like this, I mean, you won't know that you've been killed because the players used something like this. I guess if you looked at the kill cam, you would. They can be very frustrating, and then you've got that, you know, PUBG like 5-minute wait to get into the next game, which can be very, very frustrating. So I don't think this has any part in PUBG. It shouldn't be in the game. If they insist on putting it in the game, I think you have to balance it extremely. So you'd have like one per map spawns in, so only one person can use them at a time. I think you have it so that if you do get pinged, you should get a notification that you've been pinged, so you know somebody knows where you are and you need to move. I think there should be a counter to it as well. So there should be, I don't know, a jammer that you can have. So you can carry a jammer around that would not only block the detector for you, but for everybody around you. So, you know, in your second weapon slot, you have this jammer. But the problem with all of this is you end up having the problem that Call of Duty has, is that you end up with meta tools and meta weapons. Meta perks often happens in Call of Duty, where every player has to have this in order to win. So, you know, in Call of Duty, when you're playing that, everybody has, generally in Warzone, will have a heartbeat detector, and they'll be running cold-blooded, so that they can see people, and people with cold-blooded can't see them. And if everybody's running it, why do you need to have it in the game? So it's a real shame that they've decided to put this in, and it makes you question. I know when I've kind of really stopped playing Warzone, apart from the fact that the crap Caldera map came out, one of the problems is you will be playing, and my play style is quite defensive. You know, so I would be hiding in bushes or waiting in buildings for the circle to change and then making my move. If you're not running cold-blooded and someone has a heartbeat sensor, you can't really do that, and it makes the game less fun. And I think this is exactly the same for this. And, you know, bundle that with the fact that you've got this long wait time in PUBG to get into the next game. You know, and games last like half an hour. It just really, it doesn't really have a place in PUBG at all. So, yeah, check out Wacky Jackie's video in the description below so that you can really get an idea, and he shows you exactly how he uses it in a couple of endgame scenarios where he knows exactly where what the other players are doing, and kills them incredibly easy without having to look. In the real PUBG world, he's just looking at his little detector. So incredibly disappointed that they've even had to go at putting something like this into the game. and it really worries me for the long term, because the next step is a UAV, and I know this is only going to be on Destin for now, but then they'll roll it across to the other maps, and it'll be that clutch item that you'll have to have in order to win. And if you haven't got one of these in the final circles, and the other people have, you're not going to be able to win, because everybody's going to know. They're all going to know where you are. So very, very disappointing. So another thing they're bringing in, the folded shield. So you can pop this. It just goes in your inventory. Quite a good idea, this, because when you're moving across open ground, if you're forced to move across open ground, you can pop this and you can have a little bit of cover for a little bit of time, just to give you that enough time to think about what your strat is going to be, whether that's going to be to smoke your way out of the situation, or wait for the circle to change, or just stay behind cover, or try and grenade the enemy, or do something like that. I'm not sure really how practical a foldable shield would be against the guns in real life in the guns we have in PUBG, but it gives you that tactical decision, that second where we've all been there in PUBG many times, where the circle forces you to do something that you weren't prepared for, which is normally cover open ground. You come under fire, and unless you've smoked, you're dead, but you can pop this thing and it will give you that couple of seconds of breather to decide what your next move is. And this, you can't put it away. And it looks like it spawns on every map, so that's good. There is also a Assassin's Creed collaboration going on at the moment. So on Haven, you can visit the base of the let's have a look, of the Assassin's Creed Corporation, who I forget the name of. Abstergo Industries. So you can visit this place. Looks quite interesting, doesn't it? And then in the shop, for quite a lot of money, you can buy an Assassin's Creed pack, and I'm talking about a lot of money, which will have a Assassin's Creed outfit and Assassin's Creed parachute. Interesting. I guess if you're really into Assassin's Creed, that would be very, very good. We've got a item balance on Sandhawk. There's a bit about ranked, and they've improved the basic training tutorial. But there we go. So 19.1 live on the PC test server now, coming to public servers soon. But I'm really worried about this this heartbeat sensor. Really worried about this for PUBG. But check out Wacky Jackie's video, links in the description below, and you can make the decision for yourself. If you've enjoyed the video, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.